Hey, I'm Sean,
Hi, and I'm Shannon.
and we're the host of Wifey and Baby Mama. Happy Thursday, family. We are excited to be back with you in your homes, your cars, your hearts one more time. And by the love shown
Yes.
on our ratings, we are sure you feel the same way. And you know we appreciate each and every one of you for real. And with that, welcome to episode 11. Oh my God, Shannon, season 3 will be coming to an end in just 5 more episodes.
Oh, wow. It's gone by fast.
It
Too
is, and I'm getting a
fast.
little sad. I know I'm getting a little sad just thinking about it. This
Hmm.
season flew by, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with the many guests we've had this season. And guess what? We're going to keep the guest roster rolling tonight. We have with us to discuss the topic family collaboration versus competition, the lovely Mrs. Marquita and Ariane from Arena Network. Ladies, why don't you introduce
Yes.
yourselves? Ariane, you can
Welcome,
go
welcome,
first.
welcome,
Yes. Welcome, welcome.
welcome.
All right, Ariane, you go first.
Hey, my name is Ariane. Thank you for having me on your episode today. I appreciate it. Um,
You are most
so my name is Ariane Lohman. I am one of the owners of Arena Network. I am a mother of four. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so not only do I have a network, I also do taxes. I'm a licensed life insurance agent. We run a
Wow.
construction business, a food truck. I kind of do a little bit of everything. So
All
yeah,
right. All right.
busy.
okay. I love the serial entrepreneur. Oh my God. Okay, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Marquita, what you got going on?
Well, hi, I'm Marquita, and I am the other half of Arena Network, and I have 10 children, and that's just it.
So I'm taking you ain't doing a
Welcome.
whole lot of working outside of that.
Not a whole lot.
Well, welcome, ladies. It is an honor.
Welcome.
An
Thank you.
honor, yes, yes, it's an honor. I'm Shannon. It's hard not to get excited, right? Two women of
I
color
know.
who
I
are
know.
family, like us. They didn't
Love it.
mention that part. Ladies, why don't you tell the audience how you guys are related?
Okay, so this is my cousin, but I call her my aunt. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I feel like the respect level, like I don't be like this cousin Marquis. I feel like that's my aunt, even though it is my actual cousin, but that's my aunt. So yeah, we're family.
It's making me feel
You
old.
know,
Ah.
no, I love it. I think I pick up on what you said, the respect thing, because of the age difference. I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful. So
Mhm.
I recently had a family member, he was actually a friend, but he grows into family. So I can totally relate to that, Ariane. Your family, your cousins. I had a brother that died last year who was born a cousin, but my mom raised him, so it's a brother. So I get it.
There too.
Family become,
Mhm.
friends and family become. We even changed the title in the family, right? They're blood family. We give them a whole nother position. So Marquita going from
Yes.
cousin to auntie, I can totally relate. And I'm just honored to have you guys with us. You're two black women like us, women of color that looks like us, about your business. But I got to settle
Mhm.
myself down and be professional. It's just so exciting. So we'll start our
Yes.
discussion
Love it.
Thank
by
you.
yes,
We
you're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome. Yes, we're
Mhm.
going to start our discussion tonight by breaking down why we are family is better used as a positive than a negative in our community. And it's no dig to people of color, but we got to keep it real. Sometimes we can be the worst when it comes to collaborating. Everyone wants to be first, or everyone
Mhm.
wants to be seen, or everyone wants to be the loudest. Why not do what Shannon and I are doing, or what these two lovely ladies are doing? Let's rise together. We, our families, should be,
Mhm.
let's go together.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with you on that one. It's a lot of competition when it comes to our culture. I don't know if it's like a power thing or like a what am I trying to say? Um like a position. I honestly don't know what it is, but
I've been
there is
trying to figure it out for years and I can't,
I
Ari. It's
honestly don't
crazy to
know.
me.
And it's sad because, a lot of different other races, they are honestly, they're getting places because they combine and they come together and they do it together as a family, as a business, and they
Mhm.
succeed with it. So you know I honestly don't know why we can't just get along, but hopefully we'll get there soon.
Hopefully, us four can be examples, for the world to break out, right? To break out this spell. I'm
Right.
not saying we're the first to
Right.
do it. I'm just saying that we're doing it and we're doing it well. And I appreciate that about all of us. And
Yeah.
and, and just to speak on what you said a little, Ari, I know a race, I won't call it, so it won't like I'm singling anyone out. But these people live five families deep. You heard me? Five
Mhm.
families deep in a double
Mm-hmm.
home. They all save their
Yeah.
money and they allowed the one family to break out once you got enough. Now you break out. If we could do things like that, I'm telling you, people look at me crazy because my 25-year-old is still at home. As long as she want to be here, she can be here because we're better together. Every workshop that I do, when I was publishing my first novel, when I was putting that stuff together, I got this much. We do it as a family because when I eat, they eat. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Versus her being
Yeah.
out here on her own, struggling to pay bills by herself, or me struggling.
Right.
Now I got to try to help you out too. Like we are a family, man. So at least I'm hoping to keep it in my family. If I can't venture out into cousins and sisters and brothers, at least I've taught my children to be siblings, and this is what you do. You help each other. You grow
Yeah,
Right.
but
together.
let me tell you, my thoughts on it are, this is in us. It's deep in our culture. It's deep in our history. You take it all the way back to slavery, where you had the house Negro and the field Negro. That's where the jealousy
Mhm.
started, and all of that.
Mhm.
Everyone wanted to be, in the house, so to speak. So we've carried that on to become crabs in a barrel instead of trying to help each other.
That's the
We don't
truth.
want each one to be better than the other. And it's time for us to kind of,
Work
I don't know
together.
how, I don't have the solution now, at all. But
Well,
just to
we're doing it.
say,
You be an
yeah,
example.
yeah,
This is how we be an example, like us four are
that's
doing. This is
that's
how.
thank you. Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
That is that's
this is
that's
how you start.
one way to look at it. Yeah, to say,
Yeah,
hey, let's try to be like the other cultures that, give each other the leg up, and there's enough to go around for
Yeah.
everyone instead of all of the competition and, hey, you're in the house and I'm in the field.
Right. Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand. It's enough money to go around, it's enough love, it's enough
Mhm.
businesses, and people feel
Mhm.
like if that person is doing it, well, I got to do it better instead of collaborating and let's figure out how to do it together and make it bigger and better together. Versus I'm trying to be better than you, I'm trying to make more than you, I'm trying to do this more. Yeah,
Right.
so
You're
it's
stronger
Yeah.
together than you are divided.
definitely stronger together.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Ari, you went first on the introduction. So, Marquita, I'm going to direct this question to you first. But of course, like I said, after that, feel free. It's fair game. We just kick it here on our podcast. So we get in where we fit in when we're politicking, okay? When somebody quiet, you better jump in. But anyways, okay, so how did an idea to purchase a whole TV network evolve, Marquita?
Well, I know you want me to speak first, but it was actually Ariane's idea.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Ariane. So let's go,
Wow.
Ariane. What you got?
Wow.
so
Wow.
honestly, I'm gonna just take it back a little bit. I've always been wanting to, be on TV. When I was 11, I think it was like a Disney audition or something like that. They came to Buffalo. This is when we used to live in Buffalo, and they were looking for kids. And my mom took me to the audition, and they gave you a script, and you had to go in
Hmm.
front of all these people. Um, and they told you to read the script and you got to act the part, like, and I honestly didn't understand it, but I tried my best. So the ones that they liked, they called back, you come in. So they ended up calling me back, and they wanted me, but I guess you had to pay like $10,000 or something to get in.
Hmm.
And my mom didn't have it, so it kind of like broke me. But ever since then, I just always wanted to be on Disney Channel. It was like, I want to be on TV. I want to be on TV. I want to be on
Oh,
TV. So it
Aw.
kind of grew over me. Been watching TV, like doing reality, like watching reality TV and Disney Channel and VH1 and all of that. So I opened up a med spa a couple of years ago, and remodeled it because it wasn't open for 3 years. So when we came in there, it was like dusty. It looked in a mess. So we remodeled it to it was actually a med spa. I was actually going to turn it, well, I did, it was a med spa, but I was going to turn the whole thing into, a med spa for me. But I had an idea like, well, why don't I just, set up the rooms and, make it an all-in-one stop shop, because I had that idea when I was young as well. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and do that. So I ended up renovating the rooms out. I had a hair salon, a whole hair salon. We renovated that upstairs. So the guy, he had his own space, like a whole floor with a bathroom. He had his own space upstairs. And then downstairs, we had a nail tech, a licensed tattoo artist, lash artist, makeup artist. I said the nail tech. Yeah. So we had a little bit of everything. And it was basically like an all in one stop shop. So I'm not for sure if you watch
Uh-huh.
Black Ink Crew.
Yes, yes, I've seen it. Have you seen that,
So
Shannon? Black Ink?
No, I
It's
haven't.
a tattoo show. Okay, okay, go ahead.
yeah, it's a tattoo show, but it's about like different people doing different
Mm-hmm.
tattoos,
Right.
and it's like a reality based TV show. So I kind of was like, since we have all of these young Black entrepreneurs in this one building, recycling clients and referring each other, we should start a nice little TV show about it. Originally, I was like
Nice.
YouTube because I did not know how and I didn't know if I had the resources in order to even do a network. I thought about it, but I just never thought as far as what I did. But we ended up calling a camera crew. They came and he told me a price. I didn't want to. I ended up not doing it because it was too much money and nobody else
Mm-hmm.
wanted to invest into it. But everybody was like, well, when we come, can I get this and can I get that? So I kind of ended that idea. But ever since then, I started looking up like, how to start a network, how to start a network. I did a lot of research about it, ended up finding out how to do it, set up a demo call. And I kind of got intrigued about the idea. Like I can honestly start our own network. So I went ahead. That one that I did, I started that, by myself because it was like a simple payment that you had to do, and then you only get like a couple of channels or something. So I did that, and I ended up not liking it, and it was a different one, a different and better one that I liked it that I knew I could get on everywhere. So around this time, we
Mm-hmm.
were already promoting the show that we wanted to do. That was going up. The Facebook page
Mm.
was getting a lot of views, a lot of followers. About the network that was
Okay.
coming up. So this is when I introduced the idea to Keita because I'm like, okay, so the brand that I'm and thinking about and envisioning about in my head for the network is not matching the one that I have right now currently. So I'm like, I know one that I like, and another network, uses them too. So I know it's like I know what it could look like. So I literally I'm gonna say like I was inboxing her like you ain't never seen
Yes, you
before.
did get that out of me.
Like all these photographs. Please, 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 please. That's all you seen in there is please, 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 please. It took her a minute because she like, I don't know, da da da. I'm like, okay, well, I was like, I'll let a week slide. Then I'll send her a screenshot of how the Facebook page looking like. You see how many followers we
I was
got?
looking at my husband like, again.
She like, you know what? If I do agree to it, but no, she actually came over to my house to actually because I kept telling her like I want to show you in person. I can keep talking about it, but I want to show you. So she ended up coming over. I showed her. We came to an agreement, and ever since then, it's yeah. That's really how it started. That's really how.
That
Wow.
is awesome. That is awesome. I love
Yes,
it.
that is. Yeah.
So
Especially
Shannon, is
going to
that not ambition
family.
for you? Yeah, and that's
Mm-hmm.
that's like
Yeah.
ambition for you,
Yeah.
right?
Don't
I
give up.
Oh,
love it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
give up.
Give up.
Okay,
Right.
I think it's like I think it's so dope, that you two got together, decided to
Mm-hmm.
do this. So have you two been close for a while? So is that why you said, Ari, like this is my favorite cousin, so let me bug her. I know I can get her to do it. Or were you just really close, or did you think she had the most business sense? What was it that made you think like, let me go to Marquita with this idea?
Okay, so yes, we've always been close. I always wanted to live with her when I was young. I ain't never want to be home. I don't, and her daughter is my age. Well, I'm a year older than her, but we're like me and her daughter are very, very close. That is my favorite cousin in the world. I love her so much. So I always wanted to be in
Aw.
the house versus being at home by myself with, my little sister who always bugging me. So we've always been close. Honestly, she
So it was again, here comes Aria.
yeah, she always when I wanted to she let me live with her for a little bit because I didn't want to be at home. Like you got to do what you got to do, but you can come over. So we've always been close. I do think that this did
Yes.
bring us closer. And we are learning each other
Mm-hmm.
in the business mindset. We already know each other family wise. So yeah. And to answer what
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Was she your favorite cousin? Like it was a reason that you asked her, like I said, business sense.
oh
So you basically she was a fave. So it's not hard to figure out why me and Shannon
Mm-hmm.
are partners. Thank God it's one wifey and it's one other baby mama. So it was like no process of
Right.
elimination. It was like, okay, let's do this. So it was easy for us. And like I said, I don't
That's
know.
right.
We get new countries, girls. We get new countries like randomly, like from
Yes. Yes.
February to March. We went from 27 to 32. So
$32.
we like to throw out a
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
yeah. So we like to throw
Yeah.
out a little info in case we have new countries, new listeners tonight. The
Mm-hmm.
dynamic of our situation is, Shannon's the oldest. She's the son of my husband's oldest. I'm sorry, she's the mother of
I
my
am the
husband's oldest
oldest.
son. And she's older than me too. She's She older than him though. He the oldest. No, I'm just kidding. But she's the mother of my
Yeah.
son's my husband's oldest son, and of course, I'm
Yeah.
married, so
Yeah.
we share a common goal, and we made
Mhm.
sure that even when he wasn't in the picture, that our kids knew they were siblings.
That's
It was
right.
important for us
Yep.
to keep a bond. So she's been my girl. So
Mhm.
I noticed though, and I will say, Shannon, I've heard you express several times, since we become much closer as partners in business though, right? Than we were
Right.
in
We
just
have.
day-to-day life. So
Yep.
I
Yep.
think we are family means more when we're interacting on a
Mhm.
more than just see you when I see you and need to basis. Most
Yeah.
families get
Yeah.
together, yeah, as a whole for what? Weddings, funerals,
Mhm.
maybe births, family reunions
Yep.
occasionally. But
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's a elite few that still get together for Sunday dinners, and I think that's really dope for the families that do that. But for the
Mhm.
most part, that's the thing of the past. So the partnership between us definitely require us interacting and meeting more and communicate more. Do you find
Right.
that's the case with you
Right.
guys?
Sure, we live together.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was my husband and I thought it was a good idea to, since we have the network, if we're going to put our money together, to really put our money together. So,
yeah.
That's what's up. So that's what we were talking about
All
in the beginning of the
right.
episode. That's what's up.
And also
Yes.
we are that family that does Sunday dinners. So with
Okay.
the
with all the kids
with
Okay.
running
our
around,
food
yes,
and
and it's
all
all
of all the
snacking.
yeah, we definitely still do that. We
All
believe.
I
right. So
love it.
Sean, when you moving down?
Oh,
So that's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say, Shannon. Now they got one up on us now. Wait a minute. And I think this is a good pitch to my husband. This can help us, get there faster because I'm so done with Buffalo, but
Right.
this is his thing. So,
Right.
but
Right.
because you know what? Either we find out we learn more, right, as partners, because this thing is like a
Mhm.
marriage. It's like a
Yeah.
marriage,
Yeah.
partnership are like marriages. So I find that we are closer. And I'm happy to see it's not just weird that you guys feel the same way.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I do find with the podcast, Sean, you and I, it has built a stronger level of trust between us. Not that there was any distrust at all,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
our
It's just
our
it's just stronger.
partnership, oh yeah, way stronger. And I know that if I need to call and vent to you about my husband, you'll listen. And
And if
you
I
know
need to vent to you about our baby daddy, you listens to me because oh honey.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm happy that
Yes.
to hear you guys share that kind of bond. It's cool as
Yeah.
cousins. I love that.
Mhm. Thank
So
you.
I have one last question though that I want to ask before
Mhm.
before we wrap up here, move to the next segment. Have you noticed if your other family members are supportive, or is it like are they kind of standoffish? And does that affect you in any way?
Mm,
Well, for the most, my family, yeah, our family is supportive.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I
For the
love
most
that.
part, yeah. Yeah.
They listen, they very seldom say no to an idea,
Mhm.
that I
Okay.
Oh
have.
wow.
So, I can call whoever and say, hey, listen to this. And if it's not a good idea, they'll say that's not a good idea. But if it's a
Mhm.
good idea, they'll give us
Give us
positive,
their
negative
opinion. Yeah. Give us their genuine
criticism.
opinion and we'll take it in. So we don't feel no type of way or anything. Even if we so they're very supportive, but even if they weren't supportive, it's like
We would be
we
okay.
would be okay. Yeah.
I
It
got
would
it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah.
that's kind of how Shannon and I are. It's like it's fine. If it's just gotta be me and you, it's gotta be me. And then I mean, well, let me
Yeah.
not say Shannon and I. Let me say for me. Half of my family is like, I think you were doing the thing. I think it's cool. And
Yeah.
the half I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what is she
I
doing
know.
now? Or what
Yeah.
is why they get that's
Mhm.
corny. They faking, they trying to do
Exactly.
something to be to be seen. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
why? Like why? So I
That's
Mhm.
get half of the
unfortunate.
credit.
Yeah.
That's
And
unfortunate.
we did have some knocks against us, in the
Oh my
in the
God.
beginning. Oh, we had so many people saying, because of our different personalities, Sean is she is the extrovert. you know, she is the
I'm the
outgoing one. She has
boisterous.
the idea. Yes, and she has the voice. Yeah, definitely the voice. And I'm more laid
Boisterous.
back, technical.
Hmm.
I'm very cerebral. And they're like, "Oh, she's gonna run all over you," all these things. And it's like, no, that's the yin and yang that makes this work. And
Yeah.
instead of listening to those folks, which I'm glad we did not,
Right.
Mhm.
um, we decided to, forge ahead and
Take a
go
chance.
ahead and do this thing and make it work.
Yeah, that's
And I
Yeah,
cool.
appreciate
absolutely.
all of it.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
You have to take a chance.
Absolutely.
you
That's what it's
definitely
all
That's
do.
about.
right.
Taking a chance.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And here we are 32 countries later doing our thing, and I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
And I
I
love
got to
it.
give
Oh,
another
that's
shout out to France. France is, hanging
Are
in
they
there.
still
It's number
holding on?
2, number 2 to the United States. Yes, they
I love it.
Hey,
actually,
Nancy.
Hey, France.
yeah, the UK tried to get their position back, but France said, "Oh, heck no."
Mm-mm. I love it. Battle on, guys. Battle on. We love all of you. I mean, but you know what? To get the
Yeah.
number one spot, you got to get the number one spot. So, France, y'all doing it. UK, y'all better come on with it. And while y'all at it, come on over to Arena Network. Come on and log on to Arena Network. Let's
Yes.
go.
Get on over to
Yes.
Gina.
We're on all platforms: Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire. You can download us,
All
have us on any
right.
phone that you have,
Tablet.
tablet. It's only
That's
Let's go.
$5.99. Make sure you guys download, support. We definitely appreciate it.
And Arena
yes.
Network will be up and running. And this spring is going to be lit. So, y'all better go ahead and subscribe now so y'all don't miss out, honey.
Better.
Right.
It's going up
It's
from
going
here.
up from here. So
That's right. So, do anybody else have anything they want to throw in on the topic of family collaboration versus competition?
I actually think, like I said, you should take a chance on your family member. If they have a good idea, think about it. Don't just say no. Turn your nose up. No one's better than anyone when everybody's trying to make it to the top, and there's plenty of money and fame in the world where everybody can make it. It does not have to be a competition.
whatsoever.
That's
I
right.
absolutely agree, sweetheart. I absolutely agree. And what about you, Shannon? Y'all set with your comments?
I'm all set.
Mhm. And just
All
to,
right. Well,
Mhm.
oh, sorry.
no,
Go ahead.
go right ahead, Ari. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Okay,
Nope,
no,
go
I
ahead.
just
Get your last comment in.
what she said. Yeah, I just honestly feel like um definitely focus more so on yourself and your goals. And if like she said, if your family member or anybody have an idea, just be open minded. And a lot of the times the problem set is where a lot of people aren't open minded, maybe because they were never introduced to the thought of something different. They're kind of stuck where at the mindset of what they know, and they don't like to learn different. So anything that
Mm-hmm.
is different than what they were taught or what they know is like red flag. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope, nope, nope. So
Mhm.
you gotta
Mhm.
kind of open your mind up. It's a new world. 2024 is completely different than a couple of years ago. Social media is taking over a lot of things. We got AI writing letters and doing all
Yes.
this is a new world. So
Mhm.
we gotta
Absolutely.
get it together. But yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. Tell them, Ari, you better get on. Let AI get your idea. You got it. All right, so we'll wrap up tonight's episode of Family Collaboration versus Competition in hopes that something that was said between us four groundbreakers here tonight encourages family to stick together more and leave the competition as a thing of the past. Past. We appreciate you ladies coming on to share. We are family. It's working,
Mhm.
and I certainly wish you all the best. In Arena TV, much success. I want to say again how dope it is to
Yes.
see girls that look like us starting movements and making footprints in an industry that was so unwelcoming to us as women of color, and still at times shows disparity when it comes to people of color. I mean, people of color as a whole. Thanks for being a platform for the voices, the people, the talent
Yes.
who wouldn't get a chance otherwise. I look forward to watching you excel, ladies. And I'll end with this quote
Mhm.
I heard a host of 716 Live say to you ladies. By the time people figure out what you're worth, you'll be worth more. Keep doing what you're
All
doing, queens.
right.
Yes,
Love that
thank you.
quote. Yes.
Shout out to
Beautiful.
Abby. Shout out to Abby. Yes,
Beautiful. I got to clap to that. That is an
Yeah.
awesome quote. And you guys are going to do great things.
I
thank you.
absolutely
Awesome.
believe it.
Thank you. Your
All
podcast
right.
is do great.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So we're gonna that's you ladies getting your kudos. We're gonna move on now to our next segment, the audience invite. All right. All right. The title of last week's song was The Good Ones by Gabby Barrett. And the title of the episode was Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover. Now, this song is so refreshing, guys. So if you haven't heard it, go listen to it in its entirety. And maybe you have heard it and it's been a while. Go listen to it. Like I said, it gives you a refreshing little beat. And if you dig that song, or if you dig the lines dropped into Night Song, if you can understand, or if you knew, if you caught on to what the tune was that I was dropping, email us at wifeyandbabymama@gmail.com. This is your official invite to hit us up at wifeyandbabymama@gmail.com. That's with any tunes you may like to let us know how you're enjoying our new segment or any show ideas you'd like for us to break down. Now we'll move on to the fictional family I'm feeling.
All right, our last segment of the night that we normally end with, the fictional family I'm feeling. And the fictional family I am feeling tonight is Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. You've all seen that movie
Yes, love
from
that movie.
2008. I'm sorry, that movie. Yeah, so Martin Lawrence and Cedric the Entertainer. Um, so I'll set it up just a little bit. So Martin Lawrence, he's Roscoe, Roscoe Jr., or um, they call him RJ sometimes in the movie. So he grew up with his cousin, who is Cedric the Entertainer, also known as Clyde, because Clyde's parents passed away, and Roscoe's mother and father took him in, and they always had some type of rivalry, cousin rivalry, competing against each other, always trying to one up each other, going at it, year after year after year. So Roscoe Jr. or RJ moves away, and he leaves the home, and he becomes a successful talk show host, and um, feels like he's a better person um, than his cousin Clyde. Then his parents are having their 50th wedding anniversary, so he goes back to the South, mhm, to his roots, and bunch of chaos ensues, of course, as you can imagine, with him coming back and him and his cousin Clyde go at it again because his cousin Clyde shows up with the love of his life, the love of Roscoe's life, I'm sorry. And so there's a bunch of jealousy there. And so there's fighting and infighting with the family and all of that. But on the night of the big event, Clyde gets up to speak after a big blow up, and they thinking Roscoe has left and once again left the family uh, to go about his fabulous life as a talk show host. So Clyde gets up to speak, and he's thanking Roscoe's parents for taking him in after his parents died, and he says, um, he says something about working in their hardware store because they owned a hardware store, and growing up working in that store and sleeping in the bottom bunk under little Roscoe Jr. He says, it was hard because Roscoe peed the bed, and everyone thought it was him, and he said it was hard sleeping in a raincoat. And everyone, he tried to explain that it wasn't him, it was Roscoe that peed the bed. But then he goes on to say, it was just so gracious of you all to take me in. You didn't have to do that, and I thank you. And he starts crying. And one of the other cousins in sitting out in the audience as he's up there at a podium talking says, what are you crying for? Those aren't real tears. And of course, Clyde says, no, I'm not crying. I'm just cleansing. And then Roscoe Jr. appears and he says, I know tears, and those are real. He says, I've cried more tears than anyone that you know, because I've been beat up, I've been this, I've been whatever. He says, and I've lost more competitions to you, Clyde, than I can remember. And Clyde says, oh yeah, 3,000 or so and counting. He's counted how many competitions that he's beat
Hmm.
poor little Roscoe at. And Roscoe says, yeah, I thought I was a loser. So that's why I went away. I thought I could go away and transform myself into something that was a winner. He says, but now I realize that, Clyde, you're my family. We're not in competition. You are more than a cousin, you're a brother to me. And I want to thank everyone for bringing that to light during this trip and helping me realize that we are family. And thank you for helping me become a better man here today than what I went off to become. I went away from you all thinking
Mhm.
I was better, but being in this situation has made me a better man. And given me the strength to withstand anything that the world throws at me and for unconditional love and a place to call home. So I take from, of course, this movie, which of course is comical and all that, but the fact that these two rivalries, cousin rivalries, um, it took a lot of outside influences, but and maturity and growth to realize that they didn't have to compete anymore. That was unnecessary, and of course, it was unnecessary all along. But for them to wake up and realize it was a wonderful thing. And I hope those listening who are looking at people that they're competing with in their families to say, hey, we don't have to do this. We
That's
can work
right.
together and, become something powerful and have a wonderful life in unconditional love and a place to call home. And that is
Love
the
it.
fictional family I am feeling this week.
Love it. Have you girls seen that movie? Marquita, have you guys seen the movie? Welcome Home, Marcel Jenkins.
Yes.
Yes, and you know what I take from that, Shannon? That was awesome breakdown of what we're trying to duplicate here today. You don't have to compete, but you know what he had to do
Right.
along that is drop off the hater. Remember the girl he was
That's
the
right.
girl he was
Oh, yeah.
engaged to? She kept encouraging
Yes.
him like, "Oh, we're bigger than
Mm-hmm.
this now. Like this isn't who we are anymore. You don't have to change
Right.
who you are to get where you're going. Now, will you have to leave some people
Mm-hmm.
behind? Yeah, if they're not supporting
Yep.
you, if they're
Yep.
trying to wreak havoc on your cause, absolutely. But anyone who's trying to convince you to be ashamed of where I come from is who make me who I am. Where I come from
Yeah.
is what makes me who I am. I'll never deny it. I'll never be ashamed of it. And anyone who wants me to separate that part of my life, it's a negative. Now, you ain't about to have me out here on the street corners fighting like, I mean, unless you mess with my kids. I mean, now we can talk about that. But for the
Right,
most
right.
part, I'm nonviolent these days. And, I keep it 100. But yeah, you can't have someone trying to keep you away from your family to build a bigger image. Like, that's not what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about collaborating with your family to be the best you can be in every capacity together, not faking who you are. So this has
That's
been a
right.
great conversation, ladies. Thank you for coming on. We want
Yes.
to say again, much success to you. You guys make sure to check out Arena Network TV. Keep an eye
Arena
out for them. These
Network.
ladies are doing
Yes.
they're doing big things.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Definitely. Thank you.
Yes.
You're
All
very
right.
welcome.
And
All
to
right.
all that listen around the globe, we thank you so much for tuning in every Thursday at 7:30, and we look forward to next week. Until then,
Love you
love you
all.
all. Bye.
I'm wifey.